Oh, Carson wants to know, how do you remember the names of all the elves? Well, sometimes it's hard. But how does your teacher remember the names of everybody in your classroom? How does your minister know your name of all the kids in his church? It's just practice. You get to know them all just because, especially the good ones. The good ones are, well, of course, the bad ones too. I can remember the names of all of them, depending on what list they're on. Once again, I make a list. So when I'm looking at the list, that helps me remember the names of all the children and all the elves. It takes a little bit of practice. Sometimes you make a mistake, but in the end, you remember them all.
What's my name, Santa?
Your name is Gracie. Your name is Elfie. I told you, sometimes Santa does forget. Can you tell me your name again?
My name is Cherry.
Cherry the elf, of course. It's Cherry the elf. Thank you for reminding me.
Thank you, Santa.
Yes, they're very interesting names. Teagan and Ezra. The question is, how do I get into houses? What if your tummy is too big? Well, like I said, the story about Santa going down the chimney is from olden days. Santa doesn't always go down the chimney. And, but Santa, as he explained in the previous letters, Santa has magic. And he has a magic key that gets him into almost all the places he wants to be in. Question from Addisyn and Jaxon. What do elves do in the summer? Do they go swimming? Well, you want to answer that one?
I think I can, Santa. What we do in the summer, we have to make toys all the time, but when it gets really, really hot up in the workshop, we have no air conditioning, what a lot of you, everybody has down on earth when we look down. We go swimming in the water with the polar bears, and we see whales too, but we go swimming in our water, and then we come back and we work and we make presents and toys for all the good little boys and girls to write Santa a letter at Christmas time. But we go swimming in that cold, cold Arctic water, but it's refreshing.
Thank you, Cherry. That was a great answer.
You're welcome, Santa.
Aislyn wants to know if I like cereal. Yes, I do. My favorite cereal is Frosted Snowflakes. This question is from Tayiah, Faryn, Jacklyn, and Sabrina. Are the elves making masks? And do the reindeer wear masks? Really good questions. The answer is yes. The elves at the North Pole are making masks, and the reindeer do wear masks. We're very careful up at the North Pole about social distancing and keeping separate, keeping apart, and wearing our mask. You should be too. Whenever it's time to wear a mask, you should have your mask on.
Santa,
Yes.
look at this mask. It's our reindeer mask for this year.
Isn't that nice? Santa has a mask too, but if I'm not wearing it now because you wouldn't be able to understand me when I'm reading these questions. So we're doing social distancing and keeping apart so Santa can take his mask off. Devin and Hannah. How bright is Rudolph's nose? Well, Rudolph is a very special reindeer with some very special magic. Rudolph's nose gets as bright as Santa needs it to be when he's traveling. Rudolph doesn't always have his nose on, his bright light on his nose. But whenever Santa needs it, he puts it on. So through the worst of snowstorms, it can be so bright that you need to put your sunglasses on sometimes. Isaac wants to know, Isaac, do you like to play soccer? Oh, well, I love to play soccer with the elves. But I'm not very good at it because I can't move very fast. And sometimes when we start a soccer game, just because I can't run as fast, they put Santa in the goal. So Santa's become a pretty good goalkeeper at our soccer games.
And he can stop anything.
Well, it's not really fair when we're playing a game like that. Santa doesn't use his magic. Santa just does what everybody else would do. Because that wouldn't be fair to everybody else if Santa used magic and Evee. Evee wants to know if I like coffee like her mommy and daddy. Well, coffee's not my favorite drink. I kind of like hot chocolate or warm milk. But sometimes a nice warm cup of coffee is a very tasty thing for Santa and other adults to have. Isla wants to know if I find the North Pole cold. The North Pole is very cold. It's warming up though, but it's very cold right now. That's why I have my big red coat and my warm hat. And that's part of the reason why I let my hair grow long and my beard grow, so that it helps keep me warm. Cold is good. As long as you prepare for it, it's not bad to have to be in with the cold. Ryan's question is very interesting. Why do you use reindeer to fly your sleigh? Well, that's a very challenging question. I can't really answer that because I've always used reindeer. And I don't really have much choice. I can't see me flying around the world in a pickup truck. That wouldn't be very good. And there's not enough other magic animals. The reindeer are the ones that can do the job best. They're best trained, and they've been working with Santa for hundreds of years, and they do the best job. I just can't make out the name of this question, this person. But they wanted to know if I keep my reindeer in a barn. Well, of course I keep a nice warm barn for the reindeer. They work so hard for me that I have to give them back something, and I really take care of those reindeer. And when they're in the barn, they have special reindeer food and their own stalls and a nice warm place to be when they're not out working for Santa. Another name is hard for me to read. What they want to know is, do I shave my beard? I don't shave my beard anymore. One time, a long time ago, just for the fun of it, I shaved my beard. But Mrs. Claus and the elves didn't know who I was.
Couldn't recognize you, Santa.
So Santa's beard has become kind of like a trademark. It's something special, so I don't shave my beard anymore. But I used to shave it. When I had my beard off, the elves took one look at me and they chased me right out of the workshop. They didn't want me in there because they thought I was a stranger.
We did that and Santa had a hard time explaining to us what he did. He said, that's not Santa. No, you can't come in this shop, because we thought he was spying on us.
Well, those are all the questions I have right now. But boy, you guys are good at asking questions. These are all very special to me. And I'm going to keep them. I'm going to have them handy for answering questions next year and wherever I go all around the world. Santa has to leave very shortly, but I just want to say thank you for the people of the Cayuga Library that let us use their facilities and read their books. This was really good, because now I don't have to go to all the different places in Haldeman, because they took my film and they're going to show it to you. I want to say thank you to Mrs. Claus and what's your name again? Cherry, for helping me. This was a very good time. Santa's so happy to have been here. So glad to be able to talk to you. We'll see you again, but I've got to go. I've got work to do. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.